Good morning. We are in week 6 of our Tuesday conversation. 6 weeks we've been doing this. Time moves pretty quickly. But anyway, I have brought you several of your church members the last few weeks, and I've learned a lot from these people every single week. And so I brought a couple here this morning that I want to share with you. They are personal friends of mine. I've known them for 9 years. Their kids were in my youth group, and they've helped out, and they're just pillars in our church. And I've got Dawn and Eddie Young here with us. So y'all say hey to everybody.
Hi.
Hey everybody.
We miss you guys.
Yes, we do. We miss our church family.
Yeah, man, this separation has been hard. I'm never going to take people for granted, and it's easy when you're in the mix to just say, oh, I'll see you next week. Well, next week has been 6 weeks. And we haven't been able to hug and to high five and to fist bump, none of that. And it's been super hard. But hopefully with Zoom and our Facebook and social media and YouTube and our amazing praise band has put out some amazing stuff musically. We've just tried to connect the best way we can. So I'm excited about this. And so I'm going to start off, Dawn and Eddie, with a couple kind of generic questions to get us going. And then we'll kind of dig into the meat of what I think people want to hear from you. Okay. So couple questions, and some of these I may know the answer to, but the masses may not, or this will be a first time for me. So let's see. First, where did you guys meet?
High school.
Yep. In Spanish class.
What year would that have been?
1982.
82.
I was a freshman. And
I was not.
Eddie was a senior. So we had a little age gap.
Yep.
Good. Okay, very cool. And y'all grew up in Monroe whole life?
Yes.
Yeah, I moved here, of course, when I was young. I was probably seven or 8 years old, and we moved here from Lakewood Heights. But basically, I can say I grew up here. Period.
Awesome. How long have y'all been members of the church?
I'll let you go first.
Well, I've been a member since I was 12. I went through confirmation. I went through everything here. So once we moved in, we started coming to the Methodist Church. And so since I was 12, and so I'll be 55 this year. So awesome. That's been a while.
Awesome. What you done?
I joined, I think when Dalton was born. So 25 years I've been a member. Obviously I came to church with Eddie and his family before then. We got married in our church and had Dalton, and then I joined the church. So he's 25. So it's been quite a while.
Awesome. Getting to the serious stuff. It's a rainy Sunday like it was just a couple days ago. Can't go outside and do a whole lot. What is your go-to movie that you're going to watch?
There's several. Usually when you flip the channels, if you're just flipping, the one that we will almost always stop at, and it's going to sound crazy, but it's still Magnolias.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Those are really two good ones. Ours is, I agree, still Magnolias. I agree with that 100%. In fact, that may have actually been on Sunday.
Yes,
if not, we've got it DVR'd.
Right.
For us, there's 2 or 3. One, and I get picked on constantly, but I don't care. I can handle it. Titanic, if that's on, I'm gonna hang there. If Shawshank Redemption is on,
also one of ours.
Very
I'm gonna hang there. If The Patriot is there on, I'm going to hang there. I think Sunday Troy was on. So there's just some go-to ones that we just love having on there. But yeah, those are
Gladiator is another one.
Yes. Gladiator is that 3-hour movie that you can kind of zone in and zone out and not miss the beat. So
yes,
very good. So I know we've done a lot. Y'all have done a lot of Netflix stuff and Amazon Prime, and so when you're not watching a movie, what show are y'all streaming currently?
Our favorite one right now is Longmire.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Yeah, we really have digged getting into that. It's something different. It's like a real time Old Western.
I like it.
It's
Yeah.
really good. So we've really gotten into that. We've shifted on a few others,
Sure.
different ones here and there, but Longmire will right now, if I had to, I could go back and watch it again. Be kind of like Lonesome Dove.
Nice.
Would be the
Right.
same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. That's a good one. What's the best part, in your opinion, of being a part of our church family?
You gonna go first?
Yeah, I will. For me, of course, I have so many memories, and I have so many events growing up in my life that have been surrounded by the church and the people. So to me, it never fails. Every time you walk in the door, you're at home, and you're with your family. And I think that's one of the things that's probably been the hardest about all of this, is simply because that's your family.
Right. I agree. Our people, we love our people.
Yeah.
And, the church is about the people. But I also love our church building. I feel safe there. I feel at home there. It's like a second home to us and to our children too. But we always know when we go there, we're going to see the people that, our fellow believers that we love and care about, and that love and care about us.
Right.
Can't get much better than that.
Yeah,
that's right. For years, we've always said that the church is not confined to the four walls, and we've never really had to own up to that. We've always said it. We've done things out in the community, but now when we've been unable to be in those four walls, our church is our family, and that's the same way for us. It's been super hard not to be able to see everyone. Now, luckily, being in a small community, having Facebook and Zoom and things of that, we can connect and not miss too much. But it's almost like a long distance relationship, and it's hard and it takes work. And I think all of us have put the work in. So when we do come back together, that whatever it is, it's going to be something special to see those who've been kind of distant now come back together for our church family. Well,
right.
I know there's a group of people that have missed y'all. There's several groups of people, but one in particular, and a lot of our church may not know. I see it because of where I sit Sunday mornings around 9. But if you don't know, Eddie and Dawn get to church pretty early. They teach their Sunday school class, the Trinity class, that meets in the chapel. And they get there before any of their classmates do. And what they both do, specifically Eddie, I see Dawn too, but I know Eddie does it. He goes in the Wesley Fellowship class, which is our by age oldest class that we have. The average age in there was probably upper 70s to 80, maybe a little bit more.
Probably so.
Maybe some younger, some older, but kind of, our oldest class. And they go in there and they hug on them and they high five them and they say how they're doing. And that might be the only hug that some of those people get all week long, is from Dawn and Eddie. So I noticed that, and I know those people are missing that right now.
We miss that.
Yeah, we miss that. We do. I tell people all the time, a lot of the people in that class helped raise me. Mm-hmm. So those are the people that have probably I've known longer than anyone else other than my immediate family. Mm-hmm. So I've grown up with most of them's children. So we all came through youth together. So they were the ones that we would go to their houses and play at MYF, after MYF and before MYF and things like that. So there's a whole lot of fond memories that go with some of the people in that class, and they're very special to me, to me in my heart.
And I am a hugger, so right now the struggle is real for me.
Yep,
that's right.
Yeah,
it's been rough.
It's going to be a little different. I don't know if we'll ever go back to the way things were with the physical touch and things like that, but it's going to be super hard to not want to rush and do that. But I think we'll get there. It's been a struggle. Well, I've noticed that. And so I noticed a lot of things, and Dawn and Eddie are involved in so many things. They sing in the choir. She leads a refit class every week. They walk with fellow church members all throughout town. It's just a couple things that they do. But the last question before we get to two more, so I've got three, is
Okay.
why do you do all this? I mean, you've got your own families. Both of y'all have jobs. In fact, you've got multiple types of jobs. Super easy to say, you know what, I've been there, done that. I've led VBS. I've taught. I've sung. Let somebody else do it. I've done my time. But why do y'all continue to show up and do what you do?
One of my favorite things that I say and I think a lot is my goal in life is to love God and love people in that order. And I am a lover of all people. And I think serving is just where my heart is. And I love helping people. I love seeing people happy, and loving the Lord makes it easy to love other people when you love him first.
Yeah. Well, and you know, the thing about it is a lot of times we don't set out to do certain things. We don't, yeah, it just, you feel that tug. And Dawn and I have realized that if we recognize that tug, then we act on it. And the first thing we do is we present it and offer it in Sunday school. We talk about it among our class after we have talked about it ourselves, because we'll work out things in our minds, because Dawn, of course, is the administrator of all of this. She is the organizer, and she is the one that sees the end result and does not see the mountain in between. So she can see the end result, and we together, we feel that same tug a lot of times. So when we do that, we don't look and go, I don't know if we need to do that. No, we kind of just look at each other and go, okay,
let's go.
Well, yeah, let's go. What are we going to do? So like I said, we don't necessarily set out to do, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. We let it lead us. We let God lead us in the direction that he thinks our talents and our class's talents can help. And so that's kind of where we go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have been with y'all for a while now, and I can attest that y'all typically, on most of the things that we do, typically you're the first ones there and you're the last ones to leave. For most everything, we have spent countless hours, bless our hearts, with that horse show we used to do. I mean, what that was, I remember, because I got the job at Monroe. Y'all were one of the very first people that I met. Mm-hmm. It'll be 9 years next week.
I know.
And
it's amazing.
Crazy.
And I remember meeting y'all, having a cookout at the church, getting the job. Okay, here's the horse show the week later. And so just that countless hours that we've done with the horse show and the big event and all these things, and none of it is
quit.
Huh?
We figured you'd quit after the horse show.
Yeah.
Well, I needed a job, so I'm going to stick in there. But
your wife was pregnant too, so
yeah. I'm about to say we had another mouth to feed, but so I have learned so much from y'all, and I just appreciate what y'all do. Tell me a couple things that your class has done the last couple weeks. Y'all have done some pretty special things, so tell me a couple things y'all have done.
One of the favorite things that we've done is the birthday parades for the kids in our church. And I actually saw it online, and our first we live chat with our Sunday school class every Sunday morning before you guys have the service. So we hop on with our class at 9:30, and we have a little brief Sunday school lesson and a prayer time, and then we go watch service together. So I said, hey y'all, we got some kids that's going to have some birthdays, and they can't have a party, and that just doesn't sit well with me. What do you think about us doing birthday parades? And everybody was like, yeah, let's do it. And your daughter happened to be the first one in line once we decided we were going to do that. Hers was the first one on the list. And so I promise you, it is, the kids love it, but it is a bigger blessing to
Oh,
the
yeah.
adults in the car
Yeah.
than I could have ever imagined.
It was the most, I can't even put it into words. When Dawn said that they were going to do this parade for Avery's birthday a week or so ago, I was like, okay. I mean, I assumed it would be Dawn and Eddie and a couple other people from their class. And so when the 12 or 13 cars showed up with banners and balloons and noise stuff and confetti and they're honking their horns, I mean, it was.
And candy.
Oh, yeah.
Candy from the health coach.
Yes.
You were a
We'll
lucky
talk about
guy.
that in a minute. But yeah, it's, but it pushed, I mean, Ashley and I were just bawling. I mean, Ashley had her glasses on and she's filming it. And if you watch the video, you can hear her just lose it because we've been missing you all so much. And then for y'all to do that for Avery, I'm telling you, it was one of the most special things I've ever been a part of, at least been on the receiving end now. And I've been on the giving end.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
It is so fun to do that. So I would encourage those that are watching, if you want to be a part of that, just give Dawn and Eddie a text.
Mm-hmm.
We'll send you an address and a time. And
Yeah.
whether you know the person or not. I mean, if
Right.
you just want to smile and wave and throw candy or just whatever you want to do, it really blesses these kids and the family. So what an amazing thing y'all have done.
You know, when we got there to your neighborhood that day and we met at the clubhouse and we were putting signs up and it was like Christmas
Yeah.
for us. At the adults, we were so excited to see each other.
Yeah.
It's the first time I had got to see Marty and Dane since this all started in person. We kept our distance.
Yeah.
We're trying to follow the rules,
Right.
but we were so excited to see our church family.
Yeah.
And a comment that I had from another mom the other night was, she said, she sent me a text to say thank you for the parade. She said, it showed me that our church, we really are a family. And that was worth the price in gold to me.
It was.
That somebody felt like that their family loved them. So,
Yeah.
but it's fun. Y'all should come join us. It's fun.
Absolutely. It is fun.
Tell me about what happened at the hospital the other day.
I'll let you take that one.
Yeah. So this was something that we felt like we needed to do. We wanted to do something for the local heroes, for the people that are on the front line. And what better way to do that than to do something for our doctors and nurses at Piedmont Walton. That was what we decided to do. So Dawn got in touch with the lady over there, Heather Boyce, and said, okay, we want to do a meal. We want to feed you guys. Tell us what to do. Tell us how many, what time, how to go about all of this. So she worked out the details, got the time, got the best time to do that. So our Sunday school class got together and we provided pizza, apples, oranges, bananas, and cookies. Yeah, we did cookies. And we all got together and wrote thank you notes for all of them. No names, just thank you for what you're doing.
From our church.
So this was something that we wanted them to know, that we appreciated them collectively, but we appreciated them individually.
How many cards did you take over there?
It was over 100.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's because Ashley's at St. Mary's and she's been on the receiving end a little bit of that too the last few weeks, and it's and she's been overwhelmed with, you know, they don't consider themselves heroes, right? I mean, none of them ever do. It's just what they signed up for. But nobody studied this in school. Nobody took a class on this, so this is all new. And it's scary for the nurses and the doctors. It's scary for the families that they have to come home to. But it's been Ashley has felt so special by some of the things that people have said and done, and it's and of course our teachers too. How much more we appreciate our teachers, because so many of us now are 24-hour parents.
Yes.
We were completely cool with being like 12-hour parents, but now things have changed. So it's
We're so happy our children are young adults
Yes.
for that reason.
yeah, I bet. This is it's been something, but I appreciate y'all sharing some of those things. Two more things, and this is kind of geared and kind of into your wheelhouse, I guess. Eddie, I'll start with you. So I'm somebody who we can't go to the gym right now. Maybe this is just putting myself in the story, but maybe I have to still work at home, and I've got kids, and I'm trying to juggle things and balance meals and do all those sorts of things. I've got no weights.
Okay.
But I'm concerned about my health, and I want to be there for my kids when they get older. So give us, and for those that don't know, Eddie's a certified trainer, and he's been training people for a while. And him and Dawn both certified health coach. And I know they've got other titles. I just don't have it here in front of me, but that's what I've got. They're there for your mind, body, and your spirit. All there together. And so I have been on the receiving end of some of their teaching, and it's been life-changing. And that's why I'm wearing the size shorts that I'm wearing right now, is some of the things that taught me. So this year has been big for me in regards to health. But what about, Eddie, those people that are at home and they're confined to their homes and they don't have anything?
Right.
What can someone do to begin to work on their fitness at home?
Well, one of the first things you've got to do is decide that you need to do it. You have to come to the conclusion that you want to take a few minutes out of your day and devote it to you and to a little bit of exercise. You may not know what to do, but here's the cool thing. You can do so many things with your body weight, with standing in front of the television while you're watching it. You can start out by walking in place. You can speed it up, bring your knees up, bring them high, and you're basically running in place. You can do jumping jacks. You can do push-ups. You can do crunches, sit-ups. If you can't do push-ups, you go down to your knees. You go down on your knees. If not, you can lean against a wall and do that. Anything to give you some resistance while you are exercising is going to help you with all aspects of your fitness. You can lean up against the wall and pretend like you're sitting in a chair and do what we call a wall sit. So that will be something that you can hold for a period of time. If you have the food that we all know that everybody has, if you have soup cans, if you have water bottles, then you can pick those soup cans up, put one in each hand, and you can press over your head. You can raise to the side. You can do all kinds of anything that will create that resistance and that motion and the activity that you can do to get your heart racing, to get that weightness about you, get your blood pumping, get some things done. One of the best things that you can do is walk.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I started out doing. Unless you have an ailment or injury that prevents you from walking, and if you're not currently doing any type of fitness, walking is a great place to start. Walking and stretching, and you can do that anytime. Walking is free. So is working out at home. It's free. You don't have to have a lot of equipment, like Eddie just said, in order to do it. But walking, speed over distance is how I want you to go, and you don't have to go out and bust it out and walk. A 10K. It takes you 2.5 hours. That really doesn't do a lot for you. But if you can walk 3 miles, a 5K, in 45 minutes, you're winning. So, but start out slow and build up to it. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're not one that has been into fitness and all of a sudden you've been cooped up in the house and you're like, okay, I want some, I want some abs today. Well, it doesn't happen that way. It does not happen that fast. So what you do is you build up just like everything else. The optimal time that you want to spend if you reach this level is you want to spend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. in your heart rate up, physical activity. That is what's going to help you with some optimal fitness level. It's going to help you maintain and increase a little bit. But don't feel bad if you can't start out doing that right then. Spend the time that you can, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and go with it.
That's right. You know, I found it's just got to be creative too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
a couple things I did the other day. I've got some weights here that I do, but I've got these things laying around. They're called boys. One's 50 pounds and one's 45 pounds. And so as we're watching a movie, I'll just pick one up 10 times, just real quick.
You go.
Yeah.
And then I've got these things in my house, and maybe y'all have them too. It's called stairs. And so I'll go up and down the stairs several times.
Exactly.
But the best thing, Dawn, that I've done, I used to run, and I still run some. And me and Eddie run the Peak Road Race the last couple of years, and we're going to do it again this year, good Lord willing. But something that I've gotten into walking so much more. It's better for my knees and my body.
Yes.
But I walk every chance I get. So that yesterday we went to Home Depot, and we had to get mulch. Well, in Bethlehem, we had to wait 20 minutes outside of Home Depot to get in. So
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I actually waited in line, and I went and walked in the parking lot.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
I got a mile and a half in. While
There you go.
I think it's like I said, is using what you have. But the word that I've really tried to keep in my mind is discipline, right?
Yes, absolutely. You have to decide that you're going to do that, and you're going to have to maintain that discipline. And what you do is you'll find out over time that you'll develop the habit. And when you don't, you'll miss it. You will really truly miss it. Your body will miss that physical activity, and that is going to give you that internal motivation, that inspiration to say, you know what? I need to get up and do something. I need to get up and do this. I need to get up and do that. And, you know, you tell everybody all the time, there's all kinds of stuff on the internet for you to find some creativity. You can do so many things at your house, but the fact is, if you don't get up and do it, you can just sit on the couch and flip through your phone and everything is really good, but you've got to get up. Once you do and create that discipline, get your mindset on that, then your physical level, your physical fitness will increase, and you will see that you enjoy it. You want to do it more, and you want to do it more. And that's when people they call me and they ask me for things like that. So that is what I would love to see people do, is to work toward that goal so that you have the self-discipline to want to do that.
That's right. Shifting gears a little bit. So now we've understood the fitness aspect of it and its discipline, and just using what you have and being creative and making the choice to do it. No one's going to do it for you. We've all been stockpiling food, Dawn. A lot of it. We've all been buying our bread and our milk, maybe 1%, maybe skim, maybe soy, whatever your choice is. We use 1%. We don't drink it a lot, but we've been stockpiling this stuff. And of course we've got the kids, right? And so they're snackers, and we try not to buy a bunch of junk, but yet we still find ourselves with that. And then we've got these great friends that give us a piñata full of 17 pounds of candy. And you don't want to throw it away.
No.
There could be children in New Guinea that don't have that. So I don't want to throw it away. So what can we do, Dawn, at our homes in regards to our eating habits to try not to sit there and veg all day and graze all day when it's so easy to do that?
Well, first, if you don't have children, here's my first rule. If you don't buy it, you can't eat it. Okay. So the first thing is not to buy junky food. I call it the B, and C, the bags, boxes, and cans, the things that has all the preservatives in it that's great for shelf life, but not good for body life, right? So if you don't buy it, you can't eat it. That's one good thing. But with you have children, and you want them to eat healthy too. But we had kids, and there's things that they're not ever going to eat, but you don't want them to feel like it's a punishment either. So we tried to buy things that they liked that that wasn't a trigger food for us.
Right.
Like if Oreos is your trigger food, if you can talk your kid into a chocolate chip cookie, and so then as an adult, you wouldn't eat it. Of course, I don't want anybody eating them that much, but realistic living is where I'm at. And
Right.
occasionally you're going to have a cookie or a piece of candy right from a piñata
Yeah.
that your friends gave you. So, it's hard during this time right now. I want people to think about if you're wanting to snack, there's a few reasons why you might want to snack. You could be thirsty. If you're not a good water drinker, I suggest you start off with a bottle of water. You could be bored. That's what most of it is right now, is out of boredom.
Yeah.
If you're not hungry enough to eat an apple, then you're probably not hungry. So eat an apple and drink a bottle of water and move on. But a lot of times right now it's emotional eating, because we are in uncertain times and we're stressed out about it. And willpower is not going to get you through an emotional eating time, because it's hard to do. So you have to, like I said, just try to trust in your instincts of, am I wanting to snack or am I really hungry? Find a habit, a hobby, stay focused on something else, get up and get moving. That's our best thing, to get up and get exercising. But self-care is not selfish. And that's where the self-care has to kick in and say, I don't want to gain the quarantine 15 or more. Right. And you've got to say, I'm going to be the boss of me. I'm going to be the boss of my food. I'm going to be the boss of my plate and the boss of my exercise. I'm going to be committed to that. I'm going to make a habit out of it. And then hopefully when we're in the end of this, those habits stick with you. It's like we talked about earlier. It's like, right now we're not in church and we're trying to stay engaged with our people at church so that when it is time for us to go back, because going to church is a habit. It's a good habit for us. The more you do it, the more you want to do it. The more you eat healthy food, the more you want to eat healthy food. The more you exercise, the more you want to exercise. So
it's kind of a theme here.
Yeah, it's a theme. Creating those healthy habits.
I've learned a lot from listening to y'all, not just this last few minutes, but the last couple of years with y'all's health transformations. And the thing that I've taken away the most, number one, is discipline. Is my decision. It's my health. Bottled water was where I started it all.
Right.
I mean, we used to be big into different pills and supplements and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure there's still a place for that. But when I started doing this regularly, my gut health was better. I wasn't having these pains. I mean, everything has been so much better. And I've had to learn it's okay to be a little hungry too, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Hunger's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not. And I think as long as we use that, when I'm hungry, I'll drink water, or I'll go work out, or I'll go walk, or I'll go do something to shift my environment. So it's just this time with us being home, it's really pushing us to stay disciplined, because it's super easy, right? To not even put on really real clothes, wear pajamas all day. Veg out in the TV, just eat whatever's there. And so it's super hard, but we don't want to come back after all this and feeling just obnoxiously bad.
Well, if you can stay in a routine,
that's right.
Go to bed at the same time every night, get up at the same time every day, put your clothes on like you're going to have a normal day, eat your meals at the same time, exercise at the same time. If you can establish those routines, you will become committed and disciplined in that. So
I'm no longer lethargic and tired all the time, and
isn't it great?
I sleep better.
Yeah.
But it all started for me with water. Wanting to be around for my kids when they get 17 and 18.
Yes.
I still want to be able to throw the ball around, to rough them up if I need to. I still want to be able to have that relationship. So that's what's pushed me. I'm not where I want to be yet, but it's something that I'm trying to stay disciplined with. So I appreciate what y'all do. It's a ministry, and it's one that our church has adopted, and we hope that we continue to grow together as healthier, both mind, body, and spirit. But
Amen.
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all and what y'all do and what y'all have done. And if y'all are out there and y'all are interested in anything that they do, send them a message on Facebook, or if you need their email, call me and I'll get it to you. If you're struggling, trying to make some decisions about your health, and just need a couple tips, give them a shot.
Mhm.
That they will help you out. And it's just an amazing thing to get ourselves healthy and what that does to our outlook in life and how we can be servants when we're physically healthy. If we're always
Absolutely.
tired and we're always just ready to take naps and rest and overwhelmed, we can't do anything for the kingdom. But when we're healthy physically, everything else just seems to fall into place. So
Right.
any closing words y'all want to share with us before we go?
We miss you.
Yeah.
We miss Dana and Lisa and Joe. We miss singing in the choir. We miss our Sunday school class,
I
seeing
know.
them. We can't wait to get back together with y'all. We want to be safe. We want to follow the guidelines and do whatever we feel like we need to do for our church. But if you're not involved in a Sunday school class, you're welcome to join ours. We don't have any age limits in there. And we have a real diverse group, and we have lively discussion. And we do a lot together, as you can see, because we have a great group of servant-hearted, servant-minded people, and iron sharpens iron. And so when we're together, we're better together, and we know that. We're better together as a church family when we do things. So we just can't wait to get back together with y'all, and we just appreciate all that you guys have done to help keep us connected.
Yeah.
Because, just like this.
Well, and because this, again, goes back to that habit. We are, even though we're not physically together, we're still together, and we're still creating and maintaining that habit of the fellowship and the community that we are called to be. We are called to be in community with one another, and if we can't be physically in community, then maybe we can be cyberly.
Yes, as the
if
lady,
you will.
The lady on Facebook calls it cyberly together.
Yeah,
we're cyberly together.
We're cyberly together, but we are together, and we have a common goal, and we have a common theme, and it is surrounded by our love and faith in Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Absolutely. Well, thank y'all very much. Thank you for your time. And again, keep doing the good work. Keep doing what God's called you to do. And I believe, and it's script biblical, that you're going to continue to be blessed, you and your family, for generations to come. So we thank y'all. Y'all have a great week, and we will be back next Tuesday. I don't know who the guest is going to be. We'll have to figure it out. So, depends on who wants to do it. But y'all tune back in and have a great week.